started this project like 2 years ago. If you want to see some ugly welds, and I mean some ugly freaking welds, hopefully this can inspire some of you guys concerned about some of the rust in here. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and guys, this is a video that I've been putting together for literally months. I've got my 88 Coupe Nemesis, the SSP, right there. In case you're a regular channel, you definitely know what that is. And I've been working on a cowl project, welding the cowl back in, had to replace the cowl. In fact, one of the cowls I cut out, this is not the old cowl, but I cut out the wrong cowl at one point. So here that is, that's actually a good cowl. It's not the one that's in the car. But anyway, I've been filming a lot of clips over the last couple months, and the cowl is basically almost done. So I wanted to put one video together of all that. So that is what you're seeing here today. You're going to see finally this car with an actually fully welded cowl. So, oh, I don't want to show you quite yet. I want to show you how we got to that point. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the footage, and yeah, let's see what it looks like, guys. And Matt is concerned about some of the rust in here. Guys, the other side was worse. We already did this to the other side, but
a lot of coupe guys are going to be familiar with this. Whenever you get that crack across this A-pillar seam, it will actually open up to a crack. It'll go through paint and everything.
And the other side had that.
The other side did have that, and that's why we're doing this. But what that is, that's actually body filler, because the roof skin stops right here, welds to the A-pillar, and then Ford put in body filler here. And rust gets underneath the body filler, it starts messing up the welds, and then with the car flexing, you get a crack. But the cool thing is this is kind of fun to do, because the body filler that Ford used is actually lead. So we're just gonna take a torch and melt it out.
You think we might do any turning that would cause cracking? Maybe?
Probably. It sounds like you're gonna
that's the intention. I've been here all day, pretty much, maybe half the day. You see it's already dark out here, and I've been working on Nemesis pretty much all day. I know I've got some time-lapse footage for you guys to throw in, but yeah, I've been welding. I mean, this cowl I showed you guys earlier, I believe, in this video. I've been welding it on. Continued welding. These were honestly pretty bad. I had a ton of blowouts, but you know, I think it's gonna be fine at the end of the day. But just another long day. The other side, same way. You can see there's some transmission parts over here. Got Harris's car and Matt over here. Matt's been helping him out with the transmission today. But a little bit of behind the scenes, guys, but I did want to capture some of this. I know I'm not putting all of this on video, but this is what it takes. So if you ever wonder behind the scenes, like, how do you just slap this stuff together? How do you get here? It takes work. It takes a lot of work, especially when you're not, you know, a master tech at it, or I haven't mastered it yet, obviously, but I am excited to kind of throw all this together in one video, and hopefully by the end of this video, this thing will be all done. We'll see. You guys will know a lot sooner than me. Another day for me, same video for you, but kind of a big progress moment here, guys. You can see, well, before you clamp it down, Matt, let's show them underneath. Take a look at that. So we are fully welded up, grinded down, primered, and this is the piece that actually came off the car. Yep. Got some primer on that. And you were just about to clamp it down, Matt, and
yep,
we're gonna weld that on, right?
Yeah, this is the original piece. So where we have original sheet metal going to original sheet metal, I'm clamping it, lining it up and clamping it and welded it into place there. And you'll notice I got a piece of copper clamped behind it with the clamp. That's because we got a hole all the way through. That will back it and help keep from blowing out. So that should be one solid weld.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you where we're gonna start welding this side at. So it looks like we're gonna start on this end.
Yeah, I believe we'll start there.
Okay.
And everything else looks like it's lining up pretty nice.
It is lining up nice, guys.
A lot of this was distorted when we pulled it off from, you know, drilling it out and prying and breaking it loose. So we got a little do a little massaging back into place, but I think it's gonna go really nice.
Yeah, and we got the other side, of course, to still do. On this side, got some holes to fill and got to grind and put primer down, but getting closer. So
yeah,
by the end of this video, you guys should see the result. For me, it's still going to be a little bit. Another day for me. I don't remember where we're at in this video, but this is where we ended up last time. I think I showed that to you guys. Now I'm starting on the other side. So this side basically done. Still got to do underneath the cowl, but I've already set up over here on this side. Got my bracing in here and got it lined up for my welding holes. I am gonna weld. I got the copper plate for backing. Again, we've talked about a lot of this a million times, but more I just want to capture actually doing it because, and then your battery dies. I haven't filmed it so long the battery died right away, but yeah. So here we go, all lined up, and gonna just show you guys the progress, maybe do a little bit of time lapse for this part because I want to see me actually put some of the work in. Matt's been doing a lot of this because it's structural too, and honestly he's just quicker. But Matt is working on Red 5 over there, which you should have seen at FOXBODY by the time this video goes up. If you want to see some ugly welds, and I mean some ugly freaking welds, look at these last 4 or so right here, these 3, and then I think it was also maybe, yeah, this one here. I don't know if you guys can get the light. There you go. So I told Matt, I said, Matt, I'm not doing any good at this welding. I don't know how to weld, and turns out ran out of gas. That's why sparks are going everywhere. So that was also my fault, but yeah, it wasn't my welding technique. You actually need gas, argon gas, to weld properly. So that's actually it. Foxtoberfest is coming up for me at this point. I know this video is going up after Foxtoberfest, but in case you saw this car somewhere at one of the Foxtoberfest events, now you know why it looks like this. And I hustled, and unfortunately I failed to get it done, but hey, I did get a lot more done. We can't get any more gas today, by the way. Yeah, all the places that have gas, they're already closed. And so that's it. I will be picking back up on this after Foxtoberfest. Hopefully that'll probably be right in this video because I want to end this video when the cow is done. So let's go ahead and find out, cut to where that is. Well, here we are. I honestly have no idea where I'm at in this video because I think it's been like a month since I've actually worked on this car. We've had Foxtoberfest and all kinds of stuff, Fox Gathering, parts, Saturday part swap. We had that too, Matt. Yep. And we had a lot of stuff going on. And then Matt and I finally took a week off last weekend because you need that every now and then. Yeah, so I forgot where we're at in this video, but I think I left off somewhere around here, guys. And as you can see, these are all filled now. I did probably 70% of them. Matt came in and got some of the harder ones, helping me out. But this is now on. And so the cow is almost on. I can't believe that, Matt. I can't believe the cow's almost it's been a long time. But well, you got the last step here that we got to do, and that's what? Welding these 3 pieces together? It's 3 pieces of metal, right, Matt?
There is 3 pieces of metal, but I left the upper 2 welded together and then filled it in before we welded it back on, so it's nice and solid. So now all I really have to do is weld this 1 firewall piece to the bottom of the cow, and then we're done. Then all 3 are welded together. Okay, and this is a little bit trickier. You got to get it right the first time on this, right, I believe? Well, I mean, ideally you want to get it right the first time you do welding.
Well, I mean, that's true. That's true, but what I'm saying is out here I can mess it up a little bit and you can help me. this is a little more challenging to fix.
The reason this was a little bit more challenging is because of the way that I did it. I'm going to be welding upside down.
Yeah.
So I'm working against gravity with the the molten puddle dripping down. So
you don't want that to go on my eyeball, huh?
Exactly. Anywhere on you, honestly. So yeah. So I'm gonna do this along here and just do a couple of quick little welds and get that sealed up, and this way nobody's in the hospital.
Okay. All right. So we do avoid the hospital here in Gearhead 74. Blood's okay, but hospital. We want to avoid that, I think. Yeah. So
it requires this blood sacrifice.
Okay. So what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm actually going to set up a time lapse for this part just to kind of finish it out, and Matt's going to be doing the bulk of work as you heard. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut to that. All right, you saw in the time lapse there, Matt was filling those welds, and so we're actually done. The cowl is welded now across here, the firewall all the way, and it's just about complete. Earlier in the video, I know we melted the lead out of here, so we actually got to do a little bit of welding. We just did that side over there. I helped with that. And then the last piece we got to come in here and do is this. You see it's loose right here, this piece. We got to weld that together. Let me show you over here what we did on this side. Oh yeah, we came in here, got a new weld, and some of this we're gonna have to grind down, obviously, but Matt, we're gonna pour new lead in here, right?
Correct, yeah.
We're gonna sandblast it first, or?
Yeah, you're gonna get that sandblasted. I believe with the lead, we need to, I have to check the directions, but I think it might be the bare steel, and there's like a primer you put on there. It's like a flux to attract the lead. So it's a several step process, but I think we got to do that from bare steel, and then we'll prime on top of the lead. I'll double check the directions. If it says to prime under the lead, we'll definitely do that, but I think it's done with a flux.
Yeah, so for that, guys, we're probably going to cover that in a different video. Right now, we're going to weld these last few spots in, and then essentially the cowl welding is done. We wrap those up. We got the other side over here kind of welded down. Again, we're going to have to put lead back in there. We're going to do that in another upload, because for today, the cowl is on. Essentially, the cowl is done. There are a few things we want to make and reinforce a little bit better, but we're not going to mess with that today. We're going to wait until after sandblasting to do that. Also, we have to do some grinding. So some of these welds, obviously too high. We got to grind those down. And then these support braces we put in a long time ago, because we started this project. I think I said at the beginning, I started this project like 2 years ago. It wasn't that long, but it was almost 18 months ago. Been a long time, around June of 2020, I believe. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get the bracing out of here when we grind those down. And then once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and mask everything off. I do want to do some masking. For example, I want to save the service date and the unit number of my car. This was the date it was put into service, June of '88. The unit number, I think B2309, but anyway, I want to save that, so I'm going to mask this off and then sandblast. And then once it's sandblasted, we're going to try to prime the same day. So that's going to be a big day. But I know this has been a long video, but the cowl is officially on, welded on. I'm so excited. It took so long to get here. Like I said, almost 18 months, something crazy like that. So if you have stuck with me this long in the video, and even if you remember those older videos, I really appreciate it. This is real life. This is how long things take sometimes when you're doing the project just on a weekend warrior project, and that's definitely what I'm doing, right? I'm not working on this, banging on this every day. Hopefully this can inspire some of you guys. I could not have done it though without Matt's help over there. So there he is again. Matt, thank you so much for the help here.
Very welcome.
Fox Resto. And in case you're curious if he would do this for a customer, I already talked to him about it, and no. This is a lot of work. He said no on that, but he does lots of other stuff, FOXBODY stuff. So we did this together. It was definitely a team effort, and I'm really excited, especially because I learned so much just with this one project. So stay tuned, a lot more coming on this car, obviously. Next thing, hopefully you'll see on it, is these braces being gone and it being sandblasted and primed. That would be really cool to put in one video. So I'm excited, I'm also tired, yeah. So that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, or you just enjoy the project, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe, because you gotta see this finished. Hopefully maybe 6 months or less, maybe 4 to 6 months. We'll see, and that's pretty much it. We'll see you here next time on Gearhead 74. moment here, guys. Kick that. That'll be for the bloopers. Maybe it was ringing the bell for me.
There you go.
I've been doing a lot of dadgummit. Wind. Let me get out of the wind.